I have had some requests come in my comment section about what I eat on a daily basis. So I'm going to go through what I typically eat. But before we do that, my name is Andrew Kolasco, and from here on out, I am your very own longevity coach for you men 50 plus. Every week, I'm here to give you the no BS insider info on the modalities and the protocols that really move that health span needle for you, giving you the best future years, making sure that you have good lean muscle mass, strength, good cardiovascular robustness, and things in here to help you with your overall sense of well-being. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and leave a comment. Want to hear from you, your feedback, what you thought on the video. Also, like with this video, this came from the comment section. It was a request, so I am open to any requests that you have. You can put them in the comment section and I will do the topic that you request, no problem. So let's look at what I eat on a daily basis. Fortunately for me, my diet, my meals, day to day, pretty much the same. Got a pretty neutral palate, and I'm grateful for that because I don't need a lot of variety. I don't need to mix things up. Don't need a chef in the kitchen. I'm on my own, so I'm making my own meals. So I have a lot of control over it. And speaking of control, that way I'm also able to keep my caloric intake pretty much the same daily. So it works really well for me, and I'm prioritizing protein as you'll see in these different meals throughout the day. Let's start at the beginning of the day. When I work out, I go to the gym at 5 a.m. 8 a.m. on the weekends because that's when the gym opens. But so because I have such an early morning workout, I have to get up 4-ish, there at 5. My meal the night before ends about 5 or 6 p.m. So I'm able to get to that gym fasted. My workout is going to be fasted, like I mentioned. So we are going to take 2 shakes with us, okay? They're both going to have different things in them, and you want to split them up because when you mix all this stuff together, it tastes terrible. So you want to make sure you've got good recovery in here, and that's what we're going for. Firstly, we are going to start with EAAs, 9 essential amino acids, okay? That is really gonna help with the recovery. Gonna make sure that we get the full chain of amino acids that we need to build that muscle and to recover, to keep us going. And I'm gonna put GAAs in. GAAs work great with creatine. Creatine, I'm gonna put a heaping scoop in there. So that's probably that's probably 7 or 8 grams in there, and I'll have it another time or two today. And we want to make sure we get that creatine level up to around 17, 18, 20 grams per day, because we know it's not just for muscle growth and athletic performance, it's for cognitive performance, it's for mental strengthening as well, and we're seeing that in the research now. So that's important that we want to get that. With the GAAs, why'd you put those in there? Well, that actually helps signal and helps better assimilate the creatine. So the creatine is going to work better, and I'm going to get better absorption of the creatine because the GAAs help to send a signal to get better absorption that way. As well, I am going to have collagen. So collagen is actually going to go in both of mine. So I've got a scoop of collagen in with the EAAs and the creatine. And then I'm gonna get one ready for my protein, my whey protein. Now, we're gonna mix that up. Like I say, I'm having these post-workout, so immediately after. I haven't eaten for maybe 13, 14 hours, or something like that. And I wanna make sure that I'm getting nutrients and I'm getting that protein and into me right away so I can start the recovery process. Now, we are moving on to that other drink. I already put the collagen in there. So we're gonna put each scoop is around 24 grams. So we're gonna put about 21, 22, 23 grams times 2 in there. So that's gonna get us up to, somewhere around 44 or 45 grams of protein. And we are gonna mix that up. So I'll have these, like I say, back to back, okay? Because the amino acids, a complete chain, is going to help with the assimilation of the whey protein as well, because it's going to have that glycine and that leucine in there, and all that's going to help so that the protein synthesis can really kick in and really start taking place, that can really start to get results that I want from that workout that I worked so hard at. And collagen acts as a bioactive peptide to assimilate the protein better so that you're getting better uptake, better assimilation of the protein as well. So that's what we start with. And now we're gonna go on to my main breakfast after I get back from the gym. All right, it's breakfast time and we're gonna make my grain-free banana, vanilla, blueberry protein pancake. This thing is amazing. I love it every day. And like I say, I'm eating the same thing every day, but you know what? I don't care. This is delicious. And like I say, it's grain-free. That's gonna be the first banana we put in. The second banana here. So I got 2 small bananas. I'll either use 2 small or 1 large. And then I am going to do 4 egg whites. And we're gonna put those in. So, you know, it's gonna be packed with protein. It's gonna be packed with nutrients, and it's gonna be delicious. But, you know, we're taking the yolks out, and yolks aren't that bad for you, okay? But I'm just, to keep it lean, I am going to only put the whites in so that I've just got that pure protein going in there. Nice, clean protein. Breaking that out from the yolk, dropping that in. The little guy wants to hang on a little longer. A little bit of egg white there still hanging. We're gonna put that last one in, and there we go. So we got that. Obviously, this is our wet bowl. Next up is the almond milk we're gonna put in there. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit over, that's 1/3 of a scoop there. I just dumped a little more. It probably ended up being around a 1/2 cup of almond milk in there. And then we'll be able to mix that all together. Okay, so that'll be our wet mix. And then we're gonna jump on to our dry mix. And we're gonna put protein in first. So once again, it's about 24 grams of a scoop there. We're gonna put in just a little bit under, but we're gonna put in 2 scoops. So it ends up being around, you know, maybe 22 times 2. So that's 44 grams right there. And then this coconut flour. Love the smell of coconut flour. And I so much enjoy making this pancake with it rather than anything else. And I am going to put a couple of scoops of baking powder in there so we get a good rise. Be able to mix that together. And I got my blueberries, I got my frozen blueberries, and those are going to go in with the wet mix. So we'll mix all those together. And then you'll see what we have next. Now let's put it in the pan. So I'm going to use avocado spray, okay? Good, healthy avocado spray is gonna be my choice for my oil. And now I'm able to, now I put my wet and my dry ingredients together, I'm able to drop those, everything nicely into that pan. And we've got this cooking just under medium. And I'm gonna go do my meditation right now while it's doing the one side. And that's how I kill the time in a constructive way, start my day in the best possible way. I'll move on to my meditation while that is heating up and making itself delicious. Okay, let's go for the flip. Let's see how it goes. Woo! Yeah, all right. There we go. And now let's give you a close-up of that pancake. All right, check it out. Yeah, gonna be delish. And I ground my own coffee. There we go. Nice to keep it nice and fresh. We know what a powerful fat burner coffee is. And so we're gonna make sure that that's a staple in our morning breakfast. Got my coffee brewing, and in the meantime, what we're gonna do is I am going to have some of my greens here. I'm gonna put those in the blender. I try to get as many vegetables as I can, but to make sure I get, you know, more of a well-rounded, and plus there's berries and that type of stuff in there, I'm getting the overall nutrients. So that is how we do that to make sure that we're topped off and we got the micronutrients from the vegetables and stuff that we really need, okay? While that coffee's brewing, going to have the veggie berry drink. And that's how our pancake turned out. Got to get into that eating now. For my coffee, I put in some L-theanine to help with the regulation of the calmness, kind of take any of that, over jittery that you might get from coffee. And I've also added L-carnitine. Now, L-carnitine is good for fat oxidation. So I have it in there as well, as it can supply extra amino acids, the availability of them when you do work out. So I have put those in. I put some cinnamon in also to help with insulin sensitivity. That helps. And we are going to have our coffee now. And it's going to be some good stuff. And we'll sit down and enjoy our breakfast. Okay, next up, this is a real treat for me, and that's my Greek yogurt parfait. 89% organic Greek yogurt I use, and I'm really like this brand. I think it's delicious. We're going to start by putting this muesli on the bottom, and that's going to be our base. This is from Dorset Cereals. It includes whole grain oat flakes, raisins, whole grain toasted wheat flakes, whole grain wheat flakes, barley flakes, sultanas, cashew pieces, chopped dates, chopped Brazil nuts, whole roasted hazelnuts, and sliced almonds. So yeah, the calorie count's kind of high on this, but that's okay. It's as we look over the day, calorie count's going to be just fine. My other meals are really low in calories. Just dropping on some almonds onto that, and we are going to put a little bit of bee pollen on there. Bee pollen is very good for you, very anti-inflammatory, has vitamins E, K, and D. Good source of protein as well. And we're going to put our Greek yogurt on there to start making our layers of our parfait. And now, okay, so I got my yogurt base on there, and I'm going to put some flaxseed on there. Important to have fiber. Fiber is a very, very important part of your diet, and you want to make sure that you're getting it through, broccoli, and in this way through the flaxseed. There's other means to get fiber, but we want to make sure that we get that. And we're going to just keep putting on the layers now. Almost forgot, antioxidants, blueberries, great for that. We're going to put those on as well. Sprinkle those on. So I missed that on my first layer, but I remembered it for my second layer. That's going to add a little taste zip in there as well. So we're going to enjoy those, and it's ready to go. This is delish. Such a treat. It's the closest thing I have to dessert all day. Look, man, you're getting good protein, you're getting good fiber, you're getting antioxidants in there, you're getting some really good carbs. So we're going to load up on that. I will enjoy. So yeah, we're enjoying this as our meal here, but this not going to be enough protein, right? We're going to need to top it up. Plus, I want to make sure we've got good transport of that protein. So we're going to make another 2 drinks, just like I did this morning. I'm going to put the EAAs in. I'm going to put the collagen in both. We're going to put a scoop of collagen in both, because that's going to keep our skin and tendons and ligaments and stuff strong. It's also going to help to start a cascade of protein synthesis with the protein that's in that yogurt. And then we got the protein now that is going to be in the whey. So we've got a combination of that. I will also put my GAAs and my creatine in here, and I'll mix that up, and I'll have that along with my yogurt so that I get a good full dose of protein and I'm getting it from multiple sources, and it's all just going to work better by having it together. It is dinner time, and we're going to be having extra lean bison beef. So ground bison. Now, most of the year, I do have just a lean ground beef, but I am trimming down for a special photo shoot that I have coming up. And so I'm going to be going a little more lean just to get a little bit more fat out of the system and get a little bit less caloric intake. We are going to do that in the air fryer. Okay, for years I just did pan fry with ground beef, and I like it that way. I like the way it tastes. However, the mess, the grease, it just even with a cover, just seems like it gets everywhere, and the cleanup is so bad. So now I have it much more contained in the air fryer, and I just feel that has easier cleanup and gets the job done. And plus, with the air fryer, you're also able to have a little bit more of that fat go down below the grill, right? So you got the grill in there, so the fat will work its way down through that, and that'll make it even a little more lean. I am going to cut it up, put it in there, mash it around, and then we'll be back. I have taken those 4 bricks of extra lean bison beef, put them in the air fryer container, gonna slip them in there, and then we're one step closer to dinner. Our extra lean bison is ready. We're gonna take it out of the air fryer. There it is, she's all done. That is going to be tasty. I'm going to have some beets with that. I'm also going to have some broccoli. It was just basically some broccoli that's been frozen. I am going to put some pepper on there and put it in the microwave, be ready to go. And that is my meals for the day. I keep it pretty simple, right? And it is a lot of repetition, but I don't mind. I really enjoy this. I feel great. I have the energy I need. My workouts have just been slamming the last few months. My strength, my overall endurance, everything has been working really well. My supplement intake has been great too. And I've got other videos like this one here. You can see what my supplement intake is. But that is the whole foods that I have. You've seen it. And I appreciate the suggestion coming in, that reference, that request to do what I eat on a daily basis. So there it is. I welcome any comments, good, bad, indifferent. And if you have ideas for me for other topics you want me to cover, I will definitely do that. So put that in the comment section. Love to hear from you. Make sure you have subscribed. Hit that button so that you can be here every week and we can work together on doing those things that are going to optimize and maximize our future years. Let's work on it together. Let's get there. We want to have happy years ahead of us in our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. We can do this. Keep eating well, be well, look good, feel good, and play good.